Okay, thought it was just a really good win for us. I thought our defense was terrific throughout. 19 assists for our team. I thought we really had some great sharing today, where just guys were making the right play, and it turned into points. And we talked about it as a team. Boston College has been down double digits in many games, and so every time we got a lead in the second half, we kept referencing that. And our guys did a great job of just playing every possession. Look, Mark came through big time in the second half. I thought Flip had a different bounce to his step today. All the guys that played. I thought Sean Stewart's minutes were key today. He had some key minutes. End of the first half when we got the lead, come back in the second half. He's just growing every single game. And great effort, great win, and we have a quick turnaround for Monday now.
Jon, how did you like how you
No.
How'd you like how you responded to?
Can't hear you. I'm just kidding.
DC came back and took the lead 28-27 late in the first half, but you guys had a little spurt there to get the lead back for good. How did you like the response?
Well, we finished the first half well,
Yeah.
and that's different than what we've done recently. And actually, we practiced it yesterday. Typically we don't, this quick of a turnaround. You're not doing as much scrimmaging. And yesterday we put 4 minutes on the clock, end of a half, and all right, we have to win. And the guys won the segment yesterday, and I thought they had great carryover today in that situation. We outscored them by 5. You go up into halftime up 4, and then you have the ball coming out. And so I thought that was a big step for us to close the first half that way.
Jon, you didn't shoot a free throw in the first half, shot 13 in the second half. What changed?
Just the way we're attacking the basket. Sometimes it goes that way though. But we've been at our best when we're not just settling for jump shots. I thought in the second half we did a better job. I think they had 4 fouls right away, just because we were more persistent, fighting for the rim and attacking the paint.
Jon, you always talk about Mark Mitchell being a connector. What'd you think about his activity on both ends tonight?
Man, Mark is special. He's guarding post on one end. We cross-matched a little bit. We did something a little bit different, and so Mark's guarding post, switching on the guards. On offense, a lot of our offense runs through him, and I don't even know if he scored. It might have been just a couple in the first half, but the burst that he came out with right away in that second half, he's the one that got a separation, and we're at our best when he's attacking. I just love how assertive he was, and then he's a guy that everybody makes mistakes. I don't want to say that, but he's always trying to make the right play. He's always playing to win. And, tonight is another great example of that.
Jon, I saw Sean Stewart played a bit in the first half, came out, and then you brought him back in. You haven't usually used him in sort of 2 bunches like that in a half. Can you talk about how his role is expanding on the team? I noticed 11 minutes, he had a +10.
Yeah, no, he did a terrific job. Sean has just continued. You guys don't get to see every day in practice the way that he works. And, you always have to change your game for college. And he's done a great job of he works, and he has worked as hard as anybody on the team. He shows up as consistent as anybody. And I think just his feel, and he's so competitive. You can even see after he missed the first free throw, because he shoots free throws all the time. Like, he's always in here. And just to relax and make the second, and he did. And, look, end of the day, you play guys that when you're on the court, do they help you win? And Sean is a great example tonight. Look, Mark Mitchell's still gonna play. Like, Sean, I could have kept him in there, but Mark also it's a great problem to have when you have a couple guys that are playing that way. And Sean, his role has continued to grow. It's because of the work that he's put in and how it's translated on the court for us.
What did the interior guys do so well in Quentin Post? He only attempted 5 shots today.
To be honest, Steve, I think a lot of it was the impact on the ball. Like, the guys guarding the ball, if you give their guards vision where they can just stand up there and make passes, he's a big dude. It's gonna be hard to guard him. But if you pressure the ball, and I thought we had great backside help. I thought there was 5 guys playing the post, not just one. Although Mark and Sean, they're smaller than them, and they took the assignment mostly, and they just did a great job battling throughout. It was a big time effort on the defensive end.
Second straight game, you guys have had success on the offensive glass. Is that just an effort thing? How have you turned it on? It wasn't a strength earlier in the year.
No, I think, Adam, it was, you can, like last year was a great strength for us. And, we were huge last year. And this year, we've had to make more of a conscious effort as a team. We've wanted to make sure we take away transition baskets. That's something we've done pretty well overall, but there's been some moments we haven't done it as well. And really, we've just worked on doing both. Going to the boards puts more pressure on them. Then also it allows you to set your defense still with the other guys getting back. And Jared had 3 today, Mark had 3, usually Flip has a couple. It's just something that we have to continue to do. Even though we're smaller maybe than other teams, it's Jared's got a great nose for the ball, so mixing him up, getting in there is a big deal.
John, you played on teams with killer instincts, and you've coached some here too. Does this team have that? Is it something they can get, in your estimation?
No question. I mean, look, I think tonight they showed they have a killer instinct. That easily could have been a 1-possession game. And, when you have a killer instinct, that doesn't mean you don't make mistakes or you miss a couple of shots. But the mentality to continue to play, I thought it was close to a 40-minute game. I didn't like the middle of the first half. We had that bad stretch there where they had 6 straight. But besides that, we played our butts off, man. I mean, this group has shown through 2 years, not only do they have a killer instinct, but they just keep coming at you. Anytime they've gotten knocked back, they respond. They've stuck together. And we just have to keep growing every day. Just have to keep growing.
Let me follow up on that. Earlier in the year after the Davidson game, you said this team has it all. There's nothing we don't have. It's just a question of progressing. And after essentially you finished the first half and beginning the second half, how on that continuum, where is this team now?
I don't remember what game that was, by the way.
The Charlotte game.
Charlotte game, gotcha. Yeah, well, for us, we still feel that way. Like we have everything we need. And, I think we have a very different team. I think we're a hard team to match up with. We have to continue to play. We've seen a lot of different defenses already with teams trying to guard us in different ways. And I think we're closer for sure, but I still don't think it's not like we're a final product. And I think Jon Scheyer is a great example of that. The way Sean has come on, it gives us a different pop on the court. Caleb, Tyrese, I think this is the closest we've had the 4 guards clicking and just playing their butts off on defense and sharing it on offense. That's why we tied our high with assists in conference play today. And so we're getting closer and closer. I think we're better than we were a week ago. I hope a week from now we'll be better. And by the end of it, our goal is to be as good as anybody. And it's not like with this team you worry about who you play. We can lose to anybody. I think we can beat everybody. The main thing is growing every day, and there's no question these guys have had amazing attitudes and have done that.
Last question. Go ahead. How important was it for Kyle Filipowski to stay out of foul trouble? He only had 0 in the first half and then 2 in the second. How important was that for you?
It's about time. It's about time. I think there's a big thing for him just to be. I thought he had a really good approach to the game. It's hard as a player when you're constantly worrying about getting your 3rd foul or your 4th foul, your 2nd foul. And so playing that initial 10 minutes, a half is even better, not to pick up any fouls. But that was a big thing for him. Hopefully we can make that the norm and be consistent with that. But I think I don't know if you did ask Kyle, but I assume if you did, he would say that was a big deal for him as well. Yeah. All right, well, thank you guys.
Thanks, Coach.